Hi everybody. As you can see from the diagrams on this worksheet today we're going to be doing the exact same problems as yesterday, other than we're going to solve them all the way out and get answers for x and y rather than just simply set them up. We're going to use substitution, and all these problems set up very well for substitution. So for problems A is the problem from the notes from last class. Problem B, one of the problems from Mastery Manager Online, exam login, that was incorrect on the answer key. That's why I put it in for the notes. And then number 1 and number 2, 2 questions from yesterday's assignment that you'll solve all the way out, and you're done. Just please be careful. If you're not sure how to set these ones up, you can always go back and check your answers from yesterday's Mastery Manager Online exam login and get the right answers. But anyways, let's start with part A. Part A, it says it's a parallelogram. So we know a couple different things about parallelogram. One of the things we know is that opposite sides are congruent. So one side equals the opposite side. That was in the notes from yesterday. Same thing, one angle, 43, is equal to another angle, x plus y. Great, not too bad, not too hard. All we have to do is figure out and remember how to use substitution. The way to use substitution is, we have x by itself. It's on the right-hand side, but it doesn't matter. X is by itself. So careful, x is equal to 2y minus 2. All you have to do is rewrite this equation, but don't write the letter x. The letter x is getting substituted, and in place of x, you're writing what it's equal to, 2y minus 2. Now you're solving. 2y and y are like terms. 2y plus another y combines to 3y. Add 2 to both sides to get y by itself. And then we can divide by 3 to get the correct answer of y equals 15. Careful though, we're not done. You still have to find out what x is. Take the equation that you used for substitution. We used 2y minus 2 equals x for substitution. What you're going to do is plug in that value of 15 that you got. We got a number of 15. Plug it in. 2 times 15 is 30. 30 minus 2 is 28. And so we're done. You'll take your first answer and plug it back into whatever equation you substituted for, and you're done. You have an answer for x, you have an answer for y. They're both sort of boxed. Nothing special you need to do. You could write this as an ordered pair, 28 comma 15, but there's no reason to. You don't have to write things as ordered pairs. Depends on how much you're interconnecting things with graphs at any point in time. So in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, you would more likely write things as 28 comma 15. But there's no reason you have to do that in terms of geometry as long as your answer is clear. Same thing for part B. Part B is a rhombus. And the first thing we know about a rhombus is that definition of a rhombus, all the sides are congruent. So this was not one of your answers. It should have been. Instead, I wrote 1 minus 2x equals x plus 2y twice. No, that segment on the top left is not equal to the piece in the middle right. The segment on the top left equals the segment on the top right. Separately, the diagonals bisect each other. That's true in parallelograms and rhombuses. So you just set those equal. Careful, is everything equal? Well, on problem number 1, yes, it's just like problem number A. Opposite sides are equal, set them equal. Opposite angles are equal, set them equal. Careful on number 2, though. Angles in the middle of rectangles, angles at the corners of rectangles. They're not equal to another angle, they're equal to 90 degrees. So when you go back and do number 2, you'll have to make sure you set that one angle equal to 90. Not every little thing is set equal to each other. Lots of things are, not everything. Anyway, we're going to do this problem just like the last one. We're going to substitute in. Once again, I have, instead of x equals, I have a y. Give me a second to use green as my color. I have y. Y is equal to 1 minus 2x. So I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to substitute 5 equals x plus 2. And then where I have that y, I'm going to write parentheses, 1 minus 2x. It's important to put that parentheses because the step that you'll need to take here is to distribute that 2 to both things. We have an extra step on this part. So 5 equals x plus, I'll distribute, 2 times 1 is 2, but be careful, 2 times minus 2x would be minus 4x. Careful of your negative numbers now. X minus 4x would be 1 minus 4 is negative 3x. Now we're in good shape. Divide minus 2 minus 2. You get 3 equals negative 3x. Make sure those negative signs are visible. Sorry, that should have been positive 3. Let me fix that really quick. Positive 3 equals negative 3x. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Make my handwriting somewhat legible. And we get an answer of negative 1 equals x. All right, so x is negative 1. I still have to find out y, and the smart thing to do is always use the equation that you used for substitution. 1 minus 2x equals y. 1 minus 2 times the answer you got. So I got negative 1. Plug it in. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. And so the answer is 3. And that's all we have for today. You can see I did a couple substitution problems. Number 1 will be just like problem number A. Number 2 will not be too bad as long as you remember to set that angle at corner L, that angle not equal to one of the other ones, equal to 90. And again, if you're having trouble with the setups, if you don't know how to start things, so take a look back at the first 2 problems here as I circle. If you wouldn't know how to write this stuff to start problem A and start problem B, well then, please go back to yesterday's assignment. Go back to examlogin.com, type in the code from yesterday, go back and review your answers, and then you could see there'll be pictures just like 2 problems just like number 1 and 2 problems just like number 2, and the answers for the setups are just right there. We'll combine this all together next week, but we're doing them separately here at the moment. Hope everybody's lesson goes really well today. Take care.